Good afternoon, everybody. We are in a very strange spot. We are on the side of the road, just out in the middle of Orlando. We get this question a lot. We get, is it walkable to Universal Orlando? Because a lot of the hotels are not on-site. There are 5 on-site hotels, almost 6, and those are very walkable. They're on-site, but there are a lot more hotels off-site. So we parked over here at the Windham. We parked over here at the Wingate, and there are other hotels around. Like there's a Hampton Inn over there, there's Quality Inn, there's another hotel here, and then there's a couple more yonder that are a little bit closer to Universal. But we're gonna see what it's like to walk to Universal Orlando from the hotel area of Kirkman. So let's have a look and see. And I know that there are a lot more hotels over on International Drive. I'm not to the point where I'm like comfortable walking from International Drive to Universal, because you have to go over top of I-4, one of our major highways in Orlando. And I just think that it's not the best like walking path, because we're gonna cross a major road here on this walking trip, but that one's a really major road. So I would suggest if you're staying on I-Drive, maybe just for safety, spend the extra $5 to get an Uber or a taxi or whatever to Universal. There's where we started, at the Wingate, and this is Kirkman, a major road in Orlando, and Universal is over there behind those, like that line of trees. So we're headed over to Universal, and so far so good. Like, I'm sure there's some graffiti and stuff, and it doesn't look like the best side of town, and there's all kinds of crazy traffic, but not too bad. Like I have a sidewalk to walk on at least. So let's get over to Universal. People have told me that this Junior Burger is really good. I've never had it before. Maybe one day we'll stop out here and give it a try. All right, we're still walking down Kirkman. So we're headed towards Universal. At some point I have to cross Kirkman. I'm trying to find like the best spot to do that. I think that's up there at that light. That's for Universal Boulevard. We'll see what happens when we get up there. I know that because I'll stop and like film some stuff, I'll probably walk slower than most people, but we'll say that I started at 12:50. See how long it takes me to get to the front gates, or at least to security somewhere. I don't know if I'm gonna walk through a hotel area or not. It all depends on what I see first, because I've never done this before. Correction from earlier, I said this was Universal Boulevard. It's not, it's Vineland. So we're coming up on the intersection of Kirkman and Vineland. I don't know which way I'm gonna go. Should I go up further to Major Boulevard, or should I cut across here? I just crossed Vineland. I almost got hit by 2 cars. Not too bad. Like, I for sure thought that I was gonna get hit by at least 4. So we're good. I decided to go up to Major Boulevard because there are a lot more hotels off to my left that might take the Major Boulevard path. So we're gonna walk all the way up to Major Boulevard and then over, like the Doubletree. I know that a lot of people stay at the Doubletree, right across the street from Universal, and just crossing right over top of Kirkman at Major Boulevard. On your way in, you could stop at Starbucks and get yourself a coffee. Or on the way out, stop at Miller's or Kobe for some dinner. After 10 minutes of walking, the Universal garage is within sight, and there's a little sign, it's behind a truck right now, that says Universal Orlando Resort, and we are right up where the Doubletree is. So, sounds like Doubletree is about 10 minutes closer than the Wyndham. Is that what it was called? If it was called the Wingate or the Wyndham. Turns out it's both. It's the Wingate by Wyndham. So, if you stay at the Doubletree, you're about 10 minutes closer to Universal than you are at the Wingate. For those of you guys that have been here before, to give you guys some perspective, here's the Fridays on the corner of Major Boulevard and Kirkman. I just realized that I had a walk path, but I only got 7 seconds to make it across the road. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the next signal, and then we're gonna cross our major highway right here, Kirkman, to head over to Universal Orlando. Top 5 hazards of this construction area right here are traffic, open holes, pedestrians are, I guess, a hazard, existing utilities, and bugs. So watch out for bugs when you're over here working on underground cables, I guess. I've got a green walk symbol. I almost got, like, there was a car coming up. There's a green turn arrow, which doesn't really make sense for me to be walking, because that guy right there really wanted to go, but I was in his way. So here we go. We're making it across Kirkman. It's not too bad when you're, like, I don't know, when you have the little walk symbol. Not too bad at all. All right, looks like we did it. All right, we made it. We skirted death. We're over on Universal Orlando property now. Grass is greener over here. It's so much nicer on Universal property than it was on the other side of Kirkman over there. So far, it's been 15 minutes since we parked, and we're on to Universal property. Not too bad, but we still got a ways to get into the parks. I think I'm gonna try to go across and get in through Hard Rock, because I think that might be a shorter way than going over to City Walk and like coming in that way. I think. Oh, this is nice. I can see Portofino Bay over there, and I can see Hard Rock straight ahead of me. And here's some, I think these might be grapes or some sort of vine because it fits with the Italian theme of Portofino Bay. Now we're at the corner of Universal Boulevard and Major Boulevard. Hard Rock straight ahead of us. There's a sign over here that says pedestrian walkway to attractions that way. I think that leads you up to the valet parking area. But if the entrance to Hard Rock is close by, I think it might be quicker to go through Hard Rock. Unless I gotta look at the map. I'm gonna look at my phone once I get across the street over there, and we'll see what the best way to go is. Well, I crossed the street and Hard Rock's over there, and there's no sidewalk here, so I guess I'm just going this way towards the valet entrance into City Walk. Probably could have gotten to Hard Rock if I had just walked down the street a little bit and then across. We'll exit through Hard Rock. That way it'll be a little bit, you can see both ways. Because as you can see, there's the boat dock for Hard Rock that takes you over to the boat dock for City Walk. Once you get over Kirkman and onto Universal property, man, it's nice. It's all shaded, and it's not like it's cooler, not as many cars going around. It's nice. So 20 minutes after we started walking, we're just passing by the valet parking entrance, and our little walkway goes over here, which I think should lead me around over towards the valet area where we can go up a set of escalators. If not, we can come back and go down this little walkway here, but there's a lot of cars coming out of there. This is where security would have been if we had parked in the garage, so we're about halfway to getting into City Walk if we had been walking. Does that make sense? Like if we had been walking from the garage, we're about halfway to City Walk, but we didn't walk from the garage, we walked from a hotel way over there. And we've been walking for about 30 minutes. Not too bad. I know that people from like New York or people from overseas are used to walking a lot, so it's not really that much walking compared to how much walking you're gonna do as you walk around the park. It's not too bad. So there it is. Here's where the walkway ended up. We're over at valet now. Now we're headed up through security. Not too bad at all. After looking at my phone, it looks like we walked 2 miles from that hotel to get into City Walk. There you have it. 35 minutes later, and I'm at the arches of Universal Studios, Florida. The other thing that I wanted to look at today was all of the local schools are back in school today. Like today was the first day of school for Orange County. Seminole County went back in on Thursday. I don't know why Thursday, but everybody's back in, so I'm excited to see what the wait times are like. It's looking good. Like there's wide open spaces over here. Well, the wait times are down a little bit. I always like to use Despicable Me as my control. It's usually up around 95 in the middle of summer, and now it's at 75-minute wait, so it's not too bad. Maybe as the week goes on, it will go down even more. Shrek 4D will be a higher wait this time of year because they shut down one of the theaters and start turning it into a Halloween Horror Nights house. So right now, Shrek 4D is at 30 minutes. After Horror Nights, when they get everything out of there and open the theater back up, it'll be like a 15-minute wait. Today is August 14th, officially a month and 1 day from September 15th, the opening day of Halloween Horror Nights, and there is no props out on the street here in New York. All we have is lighting. Good news is we did get a house announcement today, so we know that Saw is coming as a house. I've never seen Saw. I've heard that it's a good movie. I'm gonna have to watch it. It's on Hulu, so that's a good thing. I think it's a compilation of all of the different Saw movies rather than just Saw number 1. But from what I've heard, it's the first Saw is just the best Saw, so that's what we're gonna watch. There's nothing new really happening at Fast and Furious Supercharged. Yeah, it looks like they're still doing some scenic painting. And we're still got studs over there. Man, it seems like it has slowed down just a little bit. And I know that the painting takes a lot longer, but I don't know. Oh look, here comes the flying fish guys. They're gonna do a juggling show over here.
Here at the fish market, folks. Grouper.
Oh, he's up there.
It looks like the market is officially open for business.
Officially?
Any fish market can sell fish, but what makes us different? Our fish fly. Oh! Wow, you got quite an arm. He's just a barely started. Guys, I'm trying to make an announcement. This is super not cool. You gotta let me out here. Yeah, we know our fish fly.
What if our employees fly?
What if our employees fly? All right, I like that idea. I think we could sell a few fish that way. Jimmy, you're about to get schooled by Joey. Oh, schooled. That's a fish joke. Check it out. They are flipping out over these incredible deals.
Don't believe me, just watch.
Jimmy, go long. It's good. Yeah. Okay, guys, so tell me, how many fish did we sell? Yeah, how many exactly?
None.
None? Let's throw some knives. Let's throw some knives. Hey, looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting a let's cheer them on. Clap, 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 clap.
But I do that NT shit hustling, chasing dreams since I was 14.
How many fish did we sell that time?
None.
None. Oh. There we go.
check this out right here. You wanna hang out now?
Sell these fish. Let's look at shark, guys.
Come on, baby, do it.
Yeah, let's hear it for them. Don't even tell me how many fish we sold. It doesn't matter because we all had a great time, right?
Yay!
Best fishes to all of you and enjoy the rest of your day here at Universal Studios.
Well, that was awesome, but as you guys know, it's hot out here. I gotta go cool off somewhere. You know where I love to cool off? Men in Black. Let's go ride Men in Black. Can't really see anything over here at this view of Fast and Furious. They put up a scrim. I think I might have a sweating problem. I was born and raised here in Florida, always been hot all my life, but I feel like I'm sweating more than everybody else here. I don't know why. I just like feel like I look sweatier than everybody else that's walking around with me. And I know a lot of people are like, well, Tim, you shouldn't wear a black shirt, but this is like, it's a Kong shirt, so I have to like dress like I'm going to Universal, you know? And maybe I just need more Universal shirts. Fear Factor has been shut down and they are preparing for the Bill and Ted show at Halloween Horror Nights. That's exciting. This is like the first concrete thing that we've seen for Horror Nights here, other than just lights. First concrete thing that's not backstage. Like this tent here is going to be a house back behind the Men in Black extended queue, but we can't see much more of it other than what you see right here. So that's all that we know about it. I don't know what house it's gonna be, but there is gonna be one there. Single riders says it's 20 minutes. That's even more than it was before or last week. But I'll gladly wait in this sweet, sweet air conditioning for 20 minutes. Oh yeah, there it is. Ooh, it's so nice. Best air conditioning in the park. I'm gonna go with this as my favorite ride at Universal currently, just because I'm too competitive. I just wanna do better than I did the last time. So as I was walking out, I ran into our Unmasking the Horror Tour guide from last year's HHN opening day. And she said, if you're thinking about doing the combo ticket, which is both the morning and the afternoon, going through the houses with the lights on with no characters in it, that's the Unmasking the Horror Tour. They said, do it, book it soon because they're selling out quickly. So I think we might have to do that when I get home. Last year there was a big stink. They said that you couldn't take any photos in any of the houses and just told me that they are reinstating that you are allowed to take photos in most of the houses, which we do know that there is a 5-4 IP versus original property split. So there's a good chance of being able to take pictures in a lot of the original property houses versus some of the IPs you might be able to, but it all depends on what the IP owners, or intellectual property owners, say. Came into this tree-lined area that is normally a Halloween Horror Nights scare zone, and there's not anything in here, except for I did notice this little patch of non-grass, like right there in the middle of this hill. And last time we were here, we noticed that there is a light at the top of this tower pointed over there. I'll have to look back at that video, and we'll put a link to that video up here and see if there was this patch of mulch there before. Remember when we saw this little pop-up dance party the last time we were here? It looks like they have a line dance that they do with guests. Yeah, that was fun and exciting. As we said last time, there is a stage here, and this will be for Horror Nights and Rock the Universe. They're still building it. You can see they've added some speakers and some monitors, a lot more lights, and they've also added this control tower over here so that they can do the soundboard and possibly some spotlights up here. Oh, I didn't see this last time. The little flash mob will let you play with hula hoops with them. That's fun. Dora and Diego. Oh, we want a picture? Yeah, sure, why not? This is interesting. Only Scooby and Velma are out. I wonder where the rest of the gang is. Probably off solving a mystery. I think that's gonna do it for me here from Universal Studios. I was gonna go over to Islands of Adventure, and then I remembered I have a half-an-hour walk back to the car, so let's head back to the car. So I met somebody in the Men in Black queue that was kind of giving me an idea of what they went through this morning. They ordered their tickets over the phone, and then they thought they had to wait in this line here to pick up the tickets. And when you first get here in the morning, this line is very long, as you can see by these stanchions out here. If you buy your tickets over the phone or online, you don't have a printer for online, you don't have to stand in any of these lines. You just have to follow the signs here that say will call kiosks and have your credit card that you bought the tickets with and your confirmation number. And you can come all the way over here to the right of guest services and use these will call kiosks. There's a lot of them. And just put in your credit card and your confirmation number, and they will print out the tickets here for you automatically. I was walking back over here to show you guys where the kiosks are for Islands of Adventure, and I noticed some people up on top of the balcony here for Hard Rock Live. I don't know what they're doing up there, but if you want to get up there, you can take what's called a vibe tour at the Hard Rock Cafe. I don't know when they do it. There's specific times and dates that they do it. Your best bet for that is to call the Hard Rock Cafe so that you can make sure that you get on one of those vibe tours, and they take you backstage at Hard Rock Live. They take you and show you all kinds of memorabilia that isn't available to the general public. They also take you up into the White Room, which is just on the other side of that balcony there, and that is a recreation of John Lennon's New York apartment. They have one of John Lennon's pianos in there where they took the keys off and sent them out to various superstars and had them sign it, then put the keys back in, covered with plexiglass, and you can see that. Here's the lighthouse for Islands of Adventure. Here's where all the normal ticket booths are for Islands of Adventure. And here are the will call kiosks for Islands of Adventure. Over here, just to the left of Twosome, that building right there is Twosome. We're gonna take the walkway back past Hard Rock and exit out the front gate of Hard Rock to head towards the car. See if it's shorter. It's about 2:57 now. Let's see how long it takes us to get back to the car. It took us about 35 minutes to get here to the front gate from walking from the car. There are definitely more fans, places to go to the bathroom, and places to get a drink when you're walking through City Walk, but this is a lot more scenic. So we're basically on the property of the Hard Rock Hotel, and this way you get to walk through a butterfly garden. How lovely. Do we see any butterflies? No, but it's very pretty. There's a lot of like nice flowers out here. So, oh, look, there's butterflies. I see them. Ooh. Oh, this whole thing is in the shape of a butterfly. Look, you can see its wings here. More butterflies. This is awesome. 3:03, about 5 minutes, and we're already at the water taxi dock for the Hard Rock Hotel. So you guys will remember when we showed it from across the way over there, we weren't even to the valet walk up yet. So we're almost back out to the area where we can start to walk down the street. So all of the Lowe's hotels are dog friendly. So this is the area of the Hard Rock Hotel where you can walk your dog, and they've got these little like dog poop bag stations all around. Now we're out towards the parking lot, and look, there's an Abbey Road sign for Hard Rock Hotel at Universal Orlando. So we're gonna head out this way towards the road and try to get, because that's the road that we were walking down earlier, Universal Boulevard. And we're gonna get up to the gates here, cross across the street, and walk back down to Major Boulevard, which is about right here. So we are gonna do the slightest bit of backtracking, just a little bit. Oh no, here comes a bus. Here we are out front, right at the main entrance where the cars come in, and this is the reveal they see of the Hard Rock Hotel. It's nice, it's real nice. But we're not going in there just this time. We're headed to the sidewalk and crossing the street that way. The corner of Universal and what they call Hard Rock, or the entrance to Portofino, just across that bridge is where we first crossed Universal Boulevard on our way in. And I don't know how far this sidewalk goes over here, but if we continue that way, we can head and also get to our car by going around the left-hand side of Portofino. But I'm gonna backtrack the same way that we came in so that we can see it. We're on the bridge. That's Lowe's Portofino Bay over there, and over here's Hard Rock. That's where we were. This is the bridge that I was telling you about, and there's the intersection of Major Boulevard and Universal Boulevard, where we first crossed over when we first got here today. Back at this vine area with the view of Portofino Bay. And I think it bears mentioning that that pathway that we were on when we were walking to the Hard Rock Hotel, that I was saying, oh, it's very nice, very like scenic. That path goes from the front entrance of Universal Orlando all the way to Portofino Bay. So it's about a 5-minute walk to the Hard Rock Hotel. And if you add another like maybe 7 minutes onto that, you'll be at Portofino Bay. So I think from the entrance of Universal Orlando to Portofino Bay, it's about a 10 to 15 minute walk, which isn't bad. They also have buses and a water taxi that'll take you over if you don't want to make that walk. Back into civilization, about 17 minutes into our travels, and we're back at the intersection of Kirkman and Major Boulevard, the biggest road that we have to cross back to the car. We're actually at the point where I can see the hotel that we parked at way over there, that yellow one off in the distance. 20 minutes in and we're at the Doubletree, so if you're staying at the Doubletree, plan on about a 20-minute hike back to the hotel. I'm actually gonna try to cut through the parking lot of the Doubletree. I guess maybe this is a convention center for the Doubletree. And behind the Kobe and the Starbucks and the Millers, so we're heading right to that hotel right there. So as they say, shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So rather than go down and then up, I'm just gonna head straight there. Oh no, that's not the hotel that we parked at. It should be just on the other side of it though. We'll find it, don't you worry. Dang, I wish this was the hotel we parked at. Nope, it's that little yellow one down straight ahead of us there. Well, ding dang. Before we head back to the car, can I just reflect on the name of this Asian Noodle Bar? It's over 8,000. I love it. Another interesting thing is there is an iRide trolley stop here. I have no idea where the iRide trolley goes. I've never been on one, but it is right outside of the hotel that we parked at. Oh, okay, so here's a little bit more information. It does take you around iDrive. So if you're headed over to the Orlando Eye or Madame Tussauds or anything like that, you can hop right on the iRide and get over there. I don't know how much it costs or if it even costs anything. It might be free. Well, there you guys have it. We're back at the entrance to the Wind Gate by Wyndham Resort. About 30-minute walk. it seems like it was a little bit shorter distance of about 1.6 miles this way. I don't know what the difference in walking was. Maybe it was that little bit through City Walk. Kind of seems a little bit odd, but that's it. 1.6 miles to 2 mile walk from here to the entrance of Universal Orlando. I'm hot, I'm tired, so I am off. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and now it's time to pay the price.